Good day, folks. Welcome to 406 Regen. Just came up. Animals looking at us because we haven't done our chores yet, but we are evaluating this pasture today. We're looking at the growth and walking out through it here. You can see a lot of bird manure out here. There's been a lot of bird activity. So out here, we're looking at the grass.
Cover.
And all the armor. Plenty of armor here in this nice little field. Plenty of green already. It's the 11th of March, and we're getting,
5-6 inches.
5-6 inches of green. I know I seen some alfalfa here. Let's check in on that. It's coming in on the crown. That wasn't a very good one, but plenty of green is coming through. Here we go. Here's some better. Look at some alfalfa.
You notice that the manure is definitely cycling faster.
Yeah, yep. The manure from when we had them out here we grazed this twice last growing season, and the manure out here is definitely cycling quicker than on, say, those fields over there where it's just a brome. But we got plenty of armor out here. It's looking really good. Like I said, got plenty of grass that's coming in. So we're not going to be grazing this until full growth. I don't want nothing out here to screw it up that I'm aware of. I'm going to be digging this little hole here to kind of look at the roots and go over all that. We're going to be doing some videos on the 6 principles of soil health. This one we can, we're just checking the armor on the ground, looking at the dirt, seeing how deep the roots go, because if you graze your pastures where your grass is only ever that tall, that's as tall as your root. That's as deep as your root's gonna be. So if it stops raining and dries off that top 2.5-3 inches, your grass is dead because it can't go no further in the ground to get moisture.
Pretty good representation here of the litter, and what we are trying to start to make more the breakdown process in here.
Yep.
That will eventually be soil. And we got big roots down to hair roots.
Yep.
So I cut this pretty good size root. That was a nice size.
That was a nice
root for down there.
Root. Yep. Soil's not nearly as red clayish like other places on the farm.
I don't know, the roots are fairly clean, which you don't, you like it more, the dirt sticking to it more with the glues.
Yep. That being said, it is March 11th, and
yeah,
there's not really a whole lot of activity happening
a nice root
yet at the moment. But it's a good amount of litter.
Clay is not sticking. I mean, this definitely was really clay field.
Yes. And I bet you won't be able to find 3 thistle plants out here. We'll check that out. We'll walk this during the growing season.
Large plant spacing yet. It's still got to close in.
Yeah. We're working on that. That takes time to fill in that plant spacing. That's why some people believe in the total graze and making those plants, instead of growing up, if they bring it down really low, it shoots out more across the ground and to fill in. So some people believe that is the way to go on their land and in their context. So, like you can, so this is the field line right here. We're improved. Now this is just brome and alfalfa. Out here's been worked on some. I mean, we've grazed it a couple times, but haven't spread no litter across it, no hay.
You can only get the shovel in half as deep.
You can only get the shovel in half as deep.
About 3 inches, if that.
And we walked what? It's already dry.
Some dust down there.
We walked what? 35 feet, maybe.
Yeah.
Because we just right over there. So it just all depends on the context of what you want to do with your place. As you can see, there's next to 0 litter on top of this ground. Like I said, we haven't fed on it yet.
See how they got light right there?
It's already
subsoil.
light and drying out. I mean, if I squeeze that, it could still make it a ball and turn into mud, but or clay.
Yeah, dusty right there.
But as you can tell, that there is already dry, and that's what we're dealing with. And this is what 98% of the farm is.
A lot finer roots, closer to the surface.
Yep. You can just tell the other dirt, that other field's way better.
Clay is way more compaction.
Way, not necessarily way better, but further along on the regenerative process, which it's gonna be. But, so yeah, it does good to get out in the field and look, especially if you have an audience. But, so that's what this is what we're working with, you know. 90% of the farm is what we just looked at the moment, and we'll be improving to get to where that's at. So it's gonna be fun. Another good year grazing and improving the place. So let's I noticed here the other day when I was feeding, you won't be able to see it now because the sun's not right, but on the other side of this fence, we grazed them August sometime. It was before hunting season. First of August. We grazed the sheep out on this other side, and here just the other day, my brother and I were standing up here. We was looking at how we're gonna be building this next fence behind us, and I couldn't count all the spider webs that were kind of drifting in the wind. And like I said, the only reason I see them because the sun was just right. So it was really cool to see that. We didn't feed there, but just that animal impact brought a little bit of life into the place. Just like this other ground has, this has been hayed pretty much every year.
I noticed there's a lot better from this here where we grazed it. There's twice, the green up is twice as tall as directly behind you.
Yeah, the green up's twice as tall just because we grazed it, so it's putting in more life there. That's probably when we made bales. We never stacked bales here. So that would have just been out of the old round baler making a mess. But it's cool seeing the green grass. It does, I understand why people mow to make it look nice in the spring. It's all coming up nice and green and you can see it good. Whereas out here, when you got the dead in it, you really can't see how pretty it's coming in unless you get out and walk. I mean, you're not going to drive by and, oh, look at that pretty field. So, but he's going to dig a hole on that side of the fence. I'm going to turn off my box. Sup, GW? Animals are a little upset because I've been feeding them in the mornings, but I noticed that they were leaving a little too much residue on this brome and alfalfa hay and not really picking through it. So I just switched to this afternoon. They're gonna get fed now, but they've had an extra 6 or 7 hours that they had to be laying around working on it. So imagine they're gonna need water again, and we're just gonna do our chores here for the night. It's not too windy. It's been overcast all day, so it didn't really feel all that warm out. As we can tell, because the one guardian dog is passed out in his house. Ranger! Ranger! There he is! What's up, big boy? What's up, you lughead? Yeah, lughead. I didn't forget about you. So, we're gonna be getting him back off the leash here. He got in trouble and took one down on us, so he's been tied back up again. And with the cold and the moving the animals, I haven't found time to be able to come up here and read one of my books and just kind of keep an eye on him. I would imagine he would do it towards evening where they start playing harder, but we'll see. We'll see if we can't get a Sparky to fix that issue, because he's just a big teddy bear. So, alrighty, well, we're gonna feed him and water him and call it a day. Y'all have a good one.